With pro-gay rights demonstrators spilling out into the street in front of the court,
no fear, no hate, no license to discriminate.
The justices heard the case of Gerald Bostock, fired from a county job in Georgia after joining a gay softball league.
I lost my livelihood. I lost my source of income. I lost my medical insurance. I was still recovering from prostate cancer.
He sued, but lower courts threw his case out.
The Civil Rights Act of 1964 is signed at the
They ruled that the 1964 Civil Rights Act, signed by President Johnson, which bans job discrimination on the basis of race and sex, among other factors, does not cover sexual orientation. Bostock's lawyer says firing someone for being gay is discrimination based on sex.
And you can't think about a person's sexual orientation without thinking about his sex, right? A gay man is only a gay man if he's a man attracted to other men.
The court also heard the case of Amy Stevens, fired after she told her boss she's transgender. The lawyer for her former employer said the Civil Rights Act doesn't protect her.
All Americans, and American businesses in particular, have the right to rely on what the law says, not what someone wants it to mean.
The court today seemed divided between conservatives and liberals. Samuel Alito said Congress could not have had sexual orientation in mind when it passed the civil rights law 55 years ago. But Ruth Bader Ginsburg said Congress wasn't thinking of sexual harassment either, and the courts have said it's forbidden by the law. Today's argument comes 4 years after the Supreme Court's historic same-sex marriage ruling, written by Justice Anthony Kennedy, who has since retired. He's been replaced by Brett Kavanaugh, who was mostly silent during today's argument, suggesting his vote could be in play. 22 states now have their own laws banning job discrimination based on sexual orientation. If the Supreme Court agrees, that protection would apply nationwide.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.